Hello everyone. Welcome to today's video. My name is Lucas, and today we're going to be talking about 10 different no-code web app ideas that you can build in 2025 completely with no-code tools, specifically with Framer as it's my favorite no-code tool. And if you are interested in any of these ideas, please feel free to comment it down below and I will make a specific, tutorial on how to build it from scratch. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first idea is a personalized job application platform, meaning that someone would go, right, we have a LinkedIn, for example, and you have different types of job listings, and you would click on one, and basically you would read more about this specific job, and then you would click on apply, and there would come this type of, step-by-step form asking your profile information, like your name, date of birth, asking you to upload a few files like your resume or a link to your portfolio, a space for a cover letter, etc. So basically you'd start off with something like this where you'd see the job, then you'd go to a form and actually see the form, and it would be like a step-by-step form. And then what would happen is that once you're finished with the form, that we can use Framer forms, for example, for this, it would sync to an Airtable or to a Google Sheets database. And then what would happen in the back end is that the user that applied would get a specific, feedback or an automated email saying that, thank you, we've received your application. And the actual job interviewer, the person that posted the job, would get in their dashboard, built in Framer, the name of the applicant and a few data based on what the applicant has put in their form for applying for the specific job. So they would have like a specific dashboard. We can also add, a few kind of like analytics, like maybe add like a type of pie chart based on the different information that they've added. So if they added a bunch of information, it can be like a full pie chart. If not, it's kind of like empty looking. That we can also do with a new charts plugin for Framer. So with Framer, there's a bunch of new different types of plugins, like with the Airtable and Google Sheets, and also with this charts plugin. And if we integrate these all, we can really make a nice personalized job application platform that we can sell to different, companies out there, B2B companies, and you can create a template out of it as a Framer creator and actually sell it to the market. Now, the second idea is an AI-powered blog generator template. So what this means is, let's go back to Chrome and let's open the second tab. This is a really cool product from a guy. His name is Danny Postma. He makes these really awesome businesses online based off of SEO, but that's not the important part. The important part is that he builds them off of SEO, so he needs a lot of different pages to attract organic traffic. So what if he had like a type of Airtable where he would write a specific topic, like let's say LinkedIn headshots, and then with the ChatGPT API connected to Airtable, it can link to your Framer CMS and actually pour down content and write an actual blog post for you. So that's what I mean by AI-powered blog generator template. So we have a specific Airtable sheet where you have to be logged in. You click on it, you write a specific topic, right? Then the AI generates a text for you. You can edit the text in this Airtable, and then you can publish it to your home page, which would be your Framer page. Again, if you have a business, this is great. Also for non-technical people, just to write a specific topic, and then the AI can help them write the rest, and they can just edit and then push to the Framer CMS. You, as a Framer developer or as a no-code developer, you'd have to basically make sure that the CMS detail page where the content will be posted is actually looking nice with a good design. But that's the second idea of what we can build. Now, the third idea that I found really interesting and kind of niche was this plant care tracking app idea. So let's say that you have a bunch of plants at home. After COVID, I got a bunch of plants, And some of these plants require more water than other plants, right? So what if we had like some type of system that you can write down what type of plant you have, and based off of that, the name of that plant, you can have a dashboard that is integrated with your calendar, and it tells you when to water which plant and how often, right? So, for example, you can also go on a trip, and you'd also you give your apartment keys to your friends so they can water your plants, and they'd also know exactly how and when to water, how much and when to water the plants. So basically, you add a plant, you can use Framer forms to have a more specific, sophisticated form, and then that data can go to an Airtable where it can basically match the user inputs to the type of plants, so that we know what type of plant it is, and then basically, since we know what type of plant it is, we know how often we have to water the plant. Then that can basically get integrated to Google Calendars, and then the user that has the plants can have also have a specific dashboard if they log into a Framer site using FramerAuth, for example, where they can see this Airtable data portrayed in their user database. We can also do fancy stuff like with charts. So we can use like growth charts, for example, if we want to track the growth of a specific plant. It doesn't have to be so complicated. It can just be like a simple to-do of when to water the plants, and a chart can be like, okay, you've watered it the past few months, you're pretty consistent, and these are the next days, and you can have like a visual infographic view of that. So going to Chrome, I found on Reddit this channel called this server called Houseplants, and basically there's a bunch of people asking tips on how these plants can survive. So this is like if you're really passionate about something like this is a really cool opportunity to build something off of. It doesn't necessarily have to be with plants. This is just an idea, but yeah, a good place to find ideas is on Reddit. And then if we go back to this little Figma thing, the next topic that I want to talk about is the pet grooming scheduler. So everyone loves their pets. I have a little golden doodle dog here named Lucy, and she's the best. And we like to groom her every 2-3 months, I'd say. And here in where I live, there's a bunch of like private business owners that have their little grooming van, and they go to your house, and then your dog comes out and they cut the hair in this van, right? But a lot of them don't have like a specific app that they can use where you can book, right? You'd have to call them, and then they have to put you in the calendar. Sometimes they forget. So this would be a cool idea. So if we go to Chrome, let me show you kind of. So I found this one. This one is one near me, and if you click on the website, here you can basically make an appointment, and it's just calling, right? They have like a nice little simple landing page, but they don't really have something more specific where you can actually have a type of a form where you can say what type of dog it is. Do you want the hair to be very short, or do you want it to be more stylish, right? Because there's dogs like, for example, mine that you don't want to cut the hair too short. You just want to have it like a specific style. You can maybe add some pictures for reference, and basically after you do this Framer form, you book a payment via, for example, Lemon Squeezy with FramerAuth, or you can use something like Stripe, and then you'd have like a confirmation where you're logged in. You can get a dashboard, and you can see your next appointment, and you can schedule appointments in the future maybe. This is just an idea, but these are things that can be done with no-code integrations and Framer. And then, for example, you can do schedule management where you can integrate to your calendar or to the groomer's calendar, and also client history. Like I said, you can see like if you've already used the service for the past 3 months, you can see how much it costs, how often do you use it, when would be the next best time to groom your dog, etc. Another idea that I think would be useful is a type of fitness training management app where a user can sign in, make an assessment of what they want, get a specific plan based off of what they want. They can track their progress, They can schedule sessions with their trainer, and they'll have basically like a dashboard of their sessions. They can the trainer can create plans for the specific person. They can get visual results and analytics using like the charts plugin. And I found like a cool example of one of these, fitness providers, fitness trainers. I found this Good Fitness. They have an app, as you can see, where you get like you can basically apply, see what you want. You want to like get muscle? Do you want to get more weight? Do you want to lose weight? And then based off of that, you're gonna get like different plans. You get a 12-week plan, a 16-week plan, a 20-week plan, and so on and so forth. So you can do something like this with Framer using, for example, Airtable or Google Sheets to store different types of plans, and then based off of a Framer form input, the user would get a specific plan based off of what they want, right? So this is the next idea that I wanted to show you guys. The next idea is the rental equipment manager. So basically, you want to rent, a jet ski or skiing equipment. You can create a solution for these types of businesses where they would have a list in Google Sheets or in Airtable. You'd sync this list to your Framer so that people can actually view the list, and then you add like a stock option. So there's 0 in stock at this moment from this time to this time. And then basically you can check the availability. So if someone booked for next week on Friday at 3 p.m., the stock for this time would not be available, and that can sync to the actual database in Airtable and Google Sheets and portray in Framer, for example. And if it is available, you can actually book it. You can either do like a monthly booking, so people don't have to pay every time that they want to use it, or you can do like a single booking, and you can use something like Stripe payment, for example. And if it's more of like the monthly or the weekly, you can use something like FramerAuth, where you can create a lemon squeezy type of subscription for a week or so, right? And then basically once the user's logged in to their via FramerAuth, they would have a dashboard for inventory management, where you can see what they've rented in the past, what they're renting now, and when it's due. And if it's, this is kind of a little bit more complicated, but if it's due and the person hasn't brought it back, what happens here? So this is kind of like the simple overview, because I found this because I was kind of looking for jet ski rentals near me, and the websites were pretty simple. It was just to call and book now, but I think there's so much, when you see things like this, there's so much opportunity as a no-code developer to create things, test them out, and sell these to these types of businesses. So this is the idea that I want to talk to you about. Next idea is the language tutor platform. So let's say that a tutor that teaches German to Spanish-speaking people, for example, and they need a sophisticated management platform, right? So this is it. So basically a student would book a lesson, or let's say they book a lesson, and you want to find a way to see what level they are. So you can use something like Framer forms for the user to kind of go step by step and explaining exactly who they are. Then that information can be going to an Airtable database or to Google Sheets. And then you as a teacher can kind of filter the students and give them specific types of course programs based on their level and their inputs from the form. Then the user can actually pay for the booking. Once you filter that first part out, they can pay for the booking. You can create a student dashboard integrated with Google Meets, for example. So if you say, okay, let's meet up on Saturday and start your lesson, after payment, we do this. We start your lesson. So then on the user, the student can actually go in, log into their specific website, and see their next scheduled bookings. So I actually got inspired by this because I saw this website of Alemán con Antonia, and she basically makes like German lessons for Spanish-speaking students, and basically they have like different courses, and she uses, I think, a specific software for this, but I think that you can build this totally with Framer. You can also even build the actual course platform here. And so yeah, that's another type of solution that you can sell to persons like her. And also in the dashboard, you can also make, track progress. You can make another type of Airtable or Google Sheet that kind of tracks the progress based on notes that the teacher takes or tests that the user does, and portray this progress in the dashboard for the user to see when they're logged in. Another idea that I found that is similar to this one, peershare.com, that was actually built in Bubble, a no-code tool. But you can actually build something like this with Framer. And this is basically like a place where you can write a city. So I'm going to write Miami because that's where I'm from. And then based off of that specific input, you can see different docks where you can park your boat and how much it costs. And then it's basically portrayed as a CMS feed. And then each card is a specific CMS detail page. And then you can just put the call to action here. You can do something similar to that. You can also improve the design much more with a tool like Framer. You can add interactive maps, like for example with Mapbox, you can add weather API integration via fetches in Framer. So you can maybe portray, a specific dock and write down, the weather at this area, or if you can find the API, like the average, wave heights. I don't know. Just you can do things like this. You can add some fetches to specific CMS cards, and you can build this all in Framer. And basically, you can search a doc via a interactive map. You can book this doc, and it syncs to your calendar. You can book this doc with Framer forms, for example, and then the person that actually receives this application can be an individual person that has access to this specific app as a type of not as a consumer user but as a business user, and they would get this type of application, and they would have the power to accept it or to decline it, and to give the reasons why. And this is also another type of complicated project, but it's theoretically possible to build with Framer and tools like FramerAuth, Framer Forms, maybe some Mapbox integration, and much more. Another cool idea, this is the last one from today, is like a home chef recipe platform, right? Where you have different chefs, and these different chefs have their different menus, and you can book a specific service with a specific chef so that they can tailor a menu for you based on your needs, right? And you can use some type of payment. This can be like a type of subscription payment. Every chef can have a specific profile where you can see their pictures, you can see their food pictures, you can see how they work, where they're from, if they're available to actually go to you, or is it more of like an online thing. You can accept private bookings via Stripe, for example. So if they want to actually sell something else in their profile, you can do something like that. And I found this inspiration online. I saw this app. They do like it's called Home Chef, and they do like a build a box that fits your needs, and you can totally do something like this with Framer forms, and to a specific chef, and they can provide, for example, meals like this, scheduled meals like this for you, and in your user dashboard once you're logged in with FramerAuth, for example. So this is another cool business that you can build with no-code tools, specifically with Framer. And that's a wrap, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was pretty interesting. I really love talking about this because this is my vision of Framer, not only building landing pages and marketing pages, but actually building businesses. And if you kind of have that same vision, I invite you guys to check out my bootcamp that's coming out January 2025. And basically, I'm going to be providing you guys with a few templates and video tutorials on how to build businesses like this. I'm going to include a marketplace. I'm going to include a digital asset store, an e-commerce template, and a course template. So basically, you guys can learn how to set up those 4 different things. So you guys can not only add this to your portfolio, when applying for jobs, but actually even start earning money online and applying these templates to business ideas like this, right? So if you guys think that's cool, please check out the link below. And if you like this video, please press like. That helps a lot when it comes to the reach on YouTube. I'm trying to grow, and I'm trying to, every day make more and more useful content for the community. So thank you guys again for being here, and yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.